Are you thinking of using OKX? Well, before you do, you have to watch this video. That's because today we're going to show you everything you need to know about OKX, as well as giving you a complete step-by-step guide to using the exchange like a boss. We'll also be throwing in some pro tips along the way, as well as an exclusive sign-up deal that you won't find anywhere else. So be sure to stick around right till the end. Before we dive in, there's just one important FYI. Although we may have an affiliate relationship with OKX, this video is not sponsored in any way. Best to clear that up before we go on. Moreover, before you start trading on OKX, or any platform for that matter, you need a proper crypto trading and risk management strategy. If you don't have one in place yet, we've done several videos and guides to help you put one together, which will be linked to below. So, with that out of the way, let's dive into OKX. Now, if you want to hop straight into setting up that account, or indeed any other part of the video, then feel free to use those timestamps down below. So, for starters, what is OKX? In a nutshell, it's the fourth largest cryptocurrency exchange behind Binance, Coinbase, and Bybit. And we've reviewed all of these exchanges in our complete exchange review, which we will leave linked to in the description as well. Now, OKX was founded in 2017 as OKEX by CEO Star Zhu. It was initially based in Hong Kong, but has since set up its headquarters in Singapore. As one of the OGs in the space, it was once the world's largest crypto exchange by reported turnover, according to Bloomberg. Today, it handles over $4 billion a day in trading volume. In 2022, OKX rebranded by dropping the E from its name, which unsurprisingly stood for exchange. Now, originally, the exchange was tailored more towards derivatives trading, and this rebranding was to underscore the company's expansion into being more than just an exchange, with the platform adding an earn section, access to an NFT marketplace, a crypto loans area, the Jumpstart Launchpad, crypto trading bots, and more. OKX also boasts 24/7 customer support, so if you're brand new to crypto, there's no need to worry, as OKX is incredibly focused on being beginner-friendly. They also offer one of the cleanest UIs of all exchanges, so if you've played around on other clunkier platforms, you'll definitely appreciate the simplicity. OKX serves millions of customers and is available in over 100 different countries. Heads up though, there are a few regions that aren't supported for the time being. These include the United States, sanctioned countries, and a list of other regions highlighted in their terms of service. Now, for anyone looking to trade on an exchange, security should always be everyone's number one priority. Well, as it happens, OKX's security performs very strongly. 95% of all funds are kept safe in offline cold storage wallets, and the platform also has the OKX Risk Shield, which is basically a reserve fund put aside to safeguard assets and users from potential security threats. OKX users also enjoy cheaper fees than those on most other exchanges, and if you keep watching, we'll also show you how you can reduce these fees even further. Okay, that's about enough background for now, but if you want a complete deep dive, then we encourage you to read through our comprehensive review over on coinbureau.com, and we'll leave a link to that in the description as well. For now though, let's jump straight into that step-by-step guide. If you don't already have an OKX account, then we have a link in the description for you that you will definitely want to use. Not only will you get an exclusive 40% spot trading fee discount for life, you'll also have the chance of getting up to $20,000 in sign-up bonuses as well. This is an exclusive offer that's only available to Coin Bureau fans for a limited time, so be sure to take advantage of that link while you still can. Now, once you've clicked that link, you'll be presented with this sign-up page. Setting up is pretty straightforward, but be sure to take your time and read through everything carefully. To start with, Simply fill out your email address, then OKX will send you a code. Don't forget to also use the code CoinBureau to get that 40% trading fee discount as well. Once you've done that, verify your phone number. OKX will send you another code, this time via text. Once you've punched that in, select your region and agree to the T's and C's. You will then need to choose a password, and we recommend you make this as strong as possible. This means choosing one with lots of different characters. We recommend using at least 14 with a mixture of letters, numbers, special characters, and capital letters. Don't reuse an old password from elsewhere, and don't use things like your date of birth, name, or any other personal information. There are numerous strong password generators out there that you can use. Okay, once that's sorted, you'll need to verify your account. This involves uploading some ID. You'll then need to prove it's actually you, so get ready to take a selfie. Now, it may take a little bit of time to review, but in our experience, this is usually nowhere near the 24 hours they give out. When we signed up, the approval was done within 10 minutes. Anyway, once that's done, enter your address and confirm. And that's it. You're now set up and ready to start using OKX. So, now that you have set up your account, the very first thing you want to do is level up its security with two-factor authentication. To do this, hover over the profile icon and select Security from the drop-down menu. Then, scroll down until you see the option for two-factor authentication or 2FA. Turn that bad boy on and click on Send Code. Enter that code to activate this feature. Then scroll back up to Authenticator app and click Setup. This will prompt you to install Google Authenticator. It's completely free and acts like a padlock on your account, so it's definitely worth the extra few minutes to set up. Seriously, guys, if you're not using Google Authenticator already or a similar Authenticator app, then you really should be. Now, you'll see a QR code you can scan with your phone to download the app suited to your device if you don't have it already. Once you've downloaded Google Authenticator, follow a few basic steps. You'll be given a setup key. Write this down somewhere and keep it safe. If you later change phones or lose access to your device, you'll be able to use this code to recover your Authenticator app, so it is very important. Now, there are other security features that you can enable, such as anti-phishing codes and passkeys, and we would encourage you to activate as many of these as you can. The more, the better. Think of each of them as an additional layer of protection. This may sound a bit time-consuming, but trust me, they are minutes well spent. You really can never be too careful. And you can even further boost your account's security with hardware devices like a YubiKey authenticator if you really want to take security to the next level. So, at this point, you've created your account and placed it on lockdown. That's the nitty-gritty out of the way. Now it's time to get yourself some crypto. On the main page, you'll see two buttons to do this: Buy Crypto and Deposit Crypto. First, let's take a look at how to buy. This takes you to the Express Buy window. Here you'll see that OKX supports an extensive range of fiat and cryptocurrencies. Now, as an example, let's say that you want to buy $200 worth of BTC. Simply select your currency, in this case US dollars. Then type in the amount you want to spend. Here we entered 200. Then select the crypto you want to buy. Here we selected BTC. Once you're happy, click Buy BTC. You'll then be shown a range of third-party providers. Depending on your location, you may see a different list to what's displayed here in our example. These providers will each give you different quotes and have different options for payment. Once you've chosen the option suited to you, click Next. Then you'll get a quote outlining the amount you'll pay in fiat and what you'll receive in return. This quote will refresh every 45 seconds as the market fluctuates, so make sure you're happy with the price before you buy. Notice that you're actually buying USDT, which is then converted into BTC. Once you're happy with your quote, click Buy USDT. Agree to the pop-up window and click Confirm. Now, what if you already have some crypto and you want to deposit it onto OKX? Well, first click on the OKX logo on the top left of the screen. This will take you back to the home page with the two buttons we saw earlier. This time, click on Deposit Crypto. Then select the crypto you want to deposit and the network you're sending it on. You'll notice that the most popular cryptos have their own dedicated shortcut buttons for simplicity, but you can also use the drop-down menu to choose from an extensive list. So, for example, let's say you want to deposit some USDC. Simply use the drop-down menu and scroll until you find USDC, or you can use the search bar provided. You will then want to select the network you'll be using. For USDC, this can be done using multiple chains, but for this example, we'll be sending it using the Solana network. Double-check to make sure that the chain you're sending from matches the one that you're sending to. If not, you could lose your crypto. Now, once this is selected, click Next, and then you'll see a pop-up to make sure you're only sending the correct crypto to this address. Click the OK button. You'll then see a deposit address, which is the string of random numbers and letters that's unique to your OKX account. Click the Copy button below, as this will come in handy in just a moment. You'll then want to head to the wallet or exchange that you're depositing from. In this example, we're using KuCoin, but the process is pretty much the same regardless of which platform you're using. Head over to your wallet, find the crypto you want to send, and click Withdraw. Then you'll be asked what the wallet address is that you're sending your crypto to. This is the one you copied earlier, so paste that into the space. Pro tip, double-check that these definitely match. Again, you can never be too careful. Then select the network, in this case Solana, and enter the amount you want to withdraw. Another pro tip, a good habit in general to get into is sending a small amount of crypto first as a test transaction. Yes, you'll have to pay more in fees, but consider this an insurance policy. It's much better to spend a little bit extra in fees than it is to lose your funds through a faulty transaction. Anyway, you'll then see a remarks box. Here we wrote OKX. You'll see the amount of crypto you're sending and the fee you'll pay. Click Withdraw, then click Confirm. This will initiate the withdrawal from your wallet into OKX. This can take a bit of time depending on which crypto you're transferring and the network you're using. Since we used Solana in our example, this took around 1 minute. Once it's completed, your crypto will appear in your OKX account. To check, head back over to OKX, hover over the top right where it says Assets, and click on My Assets at the top of the menu. There, you should see the crypto that you've deposited now sitting in your funding account. So, now that you have some crypto on your account, you'll probably want to go ahead and start trading. Well, before we get into that, it's important to understand the different trading accounts you'll find on OKX. When you click on My Assets, the first thing you'll see is the Overview page. As the name suggests, this page gives you an overview of your portfolio. There is a handy chart that tracks your progress, and you can set this to view your portfolio changes over the last day, week, month, or 6 months. Under the chart, you'll see what funds you have across the different accounts, and at the top of the page, you'll see a series of tabs for you to explore these accounts in detail. The first is the funding account. This is where you'll see crypto that you're not actively trading. Think of this as your main hub for managing your crypto assets on OKX. On this page, you can see the range of different cryptos you hold in your funding account and what percentage they make up of your portfolio. You'll also have options to deposit, convert, withdraw, or transfer your crypto. Next, we have the trading account. This will be your go-to for any funds you want to swap and trade on the exchange. To add funds to the trading account, you'll first need to transfer them from your funding account. Once they're in, you can start trading your assets to your heart's content. Okay, the next page is your Grow account. This is the account you'll use if you're looking to earn rewards from staking, lending or borrowing, or one of OKX's structured earning products. We'll come back to the Grow account a bit later on. The next few pages include Analysis, which gives you a comprehensive look at your profit and loss. And you also have the Order Center, which shows a history of the orders you've made, and the Fees page, which shows which tier you fall into and the amount of fees you pay accordingly. So, with that out of the way, you'll probably want to jump right in and start buying. But how do we know which cryptos to buy in the first place? Well, there are several ways we can look at this. One way would be to use coin tracking sites like CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, or alternatively, we could just stick with OKX itself. Because, as it so happens, OKX's Discover section could give you enough information to make your next investment decision without even leaving the platform. Hovering over Discover will show you 3 choices: markets, opportunities, and copy trading. So, starting with markets, this gives you an overview of how the crypto market is performing. These are sorted by market cap by default, but you can also sort by percentage changes. You can even filter out cryptos by sector, which is incredibly useful if you're looking for a specific niche. The next option on the Discover list is Opportunities, and in case the name didn't already make it obvious, this is one that's definitely worth keeping an eye on. That's because this is where you'll find some of the most promising choices. You'll see the biggest gainers and losers, the most recently listed, trending, and more. These can sometimes present you with options you otherwise wouldn't have considered, and are where you could stand to make substantial gains. And last but certainly not least, you have the copy trading page. As the name suggests, this allows you to mimic the trades of other users. We'll come back to this feature later on. Okay, so now that we have an understanding of the different trading accounts on OKX, and you've taken a look at different market opportunities, let's now look at how we actually put a trade together. To do this, hover over Trade at the top of the page, and you'll see a menu with several different options. These include Convert, Spot, Futures, Margin, and Options, as well as a range of additional tools you can use to make trading decisions. Let's start with the easiest one, Convert. As the name suggests, Convert allows you to directly convert one crypto asset into another instantly. So, for example, if you had some USDT that you wanted to swap for BTC, you can simply enter the USDT you want to spend and click Convert to BTC. The rest is done behind the scenes to make the user experience as simple and efficient as possible. What's great is that OKX doesn't even charge you a fee to do this, so it really is the easiest and quickest option if you want to swap your assets. However, as simplistic as Convert is, you're not always going to get the best exchange rate. That's why most people will trade using the spot market. When you hover over Spot, you'll see a list of the most popular trading pairs. Naturally, BTC and ETH are the first 2 in the list, both paired with USDT. Note that USDT is the default stablecoin on OKX, but there are other options if you'd prefer. Now, if you're new to trading, then what's going on here can be a little overwhelming at first glance. So, here is a pro tip. Head to the top right of the page and click this little button. You'll see that we're currently on the standard layout, which is fine, but there's quite a bit of visual noise. So instead, change the layout to Advanced Right. Much better. We've tidied up our screen without losing any of the functionality. If you're still unsure of what you're looking at, don't worry, we've got you covered. Let's go over each section in simple terms. The first thing that will catch your eye is the chart. This is where you can analyze how the price is performing in real time. At the top, we have access to a plethora of trading indicators, and there's options to view different timeframes. You can also change these and pin the timeframes that are suited to you. Let's be honest, unless you're throwing all caution to the wind, the 1-second chart is pretty much useless. So, let's swap this out for something much more sensible, like the daily. To do this, click the little down arrow and then click on Edit. This will allow you to swap and change your timeframes. So let's remove the 1 second timeframe and add in the 1 day. Then click Save. You should now see this pinned to the top of your chart. Feel free to play around with these and find a setup that works for you. Now, to the right of the chart, you'll see the order book. This shows you where traders are actively placing their buy and sell orders. The red section shows the sell orders, and likewise the green section shows us the buy orders. Sandwiched between them is the current value of the asset you're looking at. You can also click on Last Trades at the top there to see the most recent bids being placed. On the far right, meanwhile, you'll see where you can put in your own trades. There's quite a bit of flexibility here, so let's go over the different options available. At the top of the buy section, you'll see a few different options: limit, market, and take profit stop loss. Next to TPSL, there's another drop-down menu with several more options, and we'll come back to these later on. For now, let's go over market orders, as these are the easiest ones to make. Now, a market order is where you trade immediately at the best available price. This is great for convenience, but doesn't always give you the best buying or selling points. That's why most traders will instead use limit orders. A limit order is when you place an order at the amount you set. If the market reaches that level, then your trade is executed. For example, you might be hoping that BTC goes to, say, 100k, and you put in a sell order for that price. If it reaches that level, your order will be executed. Otherwise, the order will remain open. Any orders you've made will be listed below the chart under Open Orders. And here's another pro tip. Click on the Settings icon in the top right of the screen. Then turn on Click Depth to input amount. Now you can simply click on a price in the order book, and that will automatically input that price point for your limit order. Moving on, one feature that you have to get familiar with is the Take Profit Stop Loss feature. This helps to automate your trades to manage risk. For example, you can set a take profit order at a price where you'd be happy to earn a profit, and when the price hits this level, the sell order will be executed and your profit will be secured. A stop loss order, meanwhile, works the opposite way. It lets you choose a price where an automatic sell order is executed, preventing further loss. Really, guys, I can't stress how important it is to use a stop loss. It takes the emotional component out of closing your trades and could avoid you getting wrecked both financially and emotionally. And here's another pro tip. You can even use something called a trailing stop order. What this does is automatically adjust your stop loss to follow the price of a crypto if it's going up. However, it doesn't adjust down, meaning that if the price falls, it will act as a regular stop loss, executing the market order at the new stop price. This is great because if you're riding your crypto to the moon, you won't be caught out when the rocket starts to run out of steam. Beyond trailing stops, you can also set more advanced types of trades, such as trigger orders, which will put in a market or limit order only if a certain trigger is met. Another order type, meanwhile, is TWAP, which stands for Time-Weighted Average Price. This spreads out a buy or a sell order over a specific time period rather than buying all at once, effectively averaging out your position. Perfect for avoiding those occasions where you buy a crypto just to watch it become cheaper a few moments later. And you can adjust this order to a specific price range, time intervals between trades, and the total amount you want to trade. There are more trading options available to you, but we won't go into these in detail here. For beginner and even intermediate traders, you're more than covered with limit, market, and stop-loss take-profit trades. If you want to get to grips with these features without losing any crypto, then something you should definitely do before putting any money on the line is demo trading. To do this, navigate to the Trade tab at the top of the screen and then select Demo Trading from the bottom of the list. At first glance, everything looks the same. However, there's two things you'll notice. In the top left of the screen, you'll see that we are now in demo trading mode, and on the right-hand side, we have some fake crypto sitting in our available balance. You can use this to practice and really get a feel of how trading works without risk. Then, whenever you're ready to do it for real, just hit the live trading button there at the top of the page. And by the way, if you're looking for a complete guide about how to trade Bitcoin, then we have a video on that, and that will be in the description for you. Okay, so the next thing we need to cover is trading futures and perpetuals on OKX. This section of the video will discuss something for the more experienced traders out there. So, if you're a beginner or even an intermediate trader for that matter, then we advise against using these instruments. Really, guys. However, if you are more experienced, you can find these by heading to the Trading tab and clicking on Futures. Here, you'll see something similar to the spot trading page we've seen so far, but you'll notice that next to the trading pair at the top of the page, it says Perpetual. In case you weren't aware, futures and perpetuals are similar, except that futures contracts have an expiry date, whereas perpetuals, or perps, don't. So, naturally, these are the preferred choice for most traders. When you click on the trading pair, you can see that we have a range of options. So, as an example, we'll select ETH. Below the spot trading pairs, you'll see a few options labelled as perpetuals, and underneath these is a futures contract with an expiry date. Here, we've selected the ETH USDT perpetual. On the right, you'll see that we have the option to go long or short. Now, if you're unfamiliar, when a trader goes long, they're being bullish, buying an asset with the expectation that its price will rise. On the other hand, bearish investors will buy short positions. When a trader goes short, they are selling an asset that they don't actually own, aiming to buy it back at a lower price in the future. Next to the trading pair, you'll see this little book icon. Hovering over that will give you the details of the contract you're trading. Next, we have to go over one of the more controversial aspects of trading, leverage. Leverage trading, also referred to as margin trading, allows you to control a large position with just a small amount of your own money. Basically, you put down a portion of the total value of your trade, known as the margin, which acts as a security deposit. The rest of the trade value is effectively borrowed from the broker, which is the leverage. This allows you to make much larger trades than you could with just your own funds. This can be great if your trade goes well, because you'll stand to make a lot more profit than you would normally. However, it goes both ways. If it doesn't go so well, you'll end up losing a lot more instead. Now, if you've been following our channel for some time, you'll know that we strongly advocate against using excessive leverage. The risk can easily outweigh the reward. If, however, you do decide to trade futures, you'll see the amount of leverage on the top right of the order window, and you can scale this all the way up to 100x if you're feeling brave enough. However, if you are going to use leverage, 10x should be more than enough, and it also happens to be the default option, so stick with that. As you can see, OKX sets your account to isolated margin by default. This basically means that funds are being taken from a wallet that's isolated from any others. You could change this to cross-margin if you'd prefer, which uses funds from your other wallets to meet the margin requirements. We'd advise that you stick to isolated here, though, to avoid any potential damage to your wider portfolio. Now, when it comes to perpetuals, one feature that should help you put together a trading plan is the calculator at the bottom of the Order tab. This very handy feature is designed to help users calculate key trading parameters. You can use the calculator to figure out potential profits or losses, the target price you should aim to take profits at, and the price at which your trade might close automatically to prevent further losses, known as the liquidation price. You can use this to input key information like the leverage you'll be using, your entry price, your target exit price, and how much funding you'll be putting down. The calculator will then work out the rest, giving you the information you need to make those more advanced trading decisions. This is both much faster and more accurate than working it out yourself. If you were to take on the maths involved single-handedly, the slightest of errors in your workings out could lead to massive differences in the end result. That's why the calculator is definitely one feature we recommend you get familiar with. Before we go on, there's one more thing I want to talk about when it comes to the spot trading page, and that's the fees. You'll find a full list of trading fees by clicking on the Fees just below the Buy or Sell button. You'll notice that even at the entry level, OKX's fees are very competitive, with 0.08% maker fees and 0.1% taker. For those unfamiliar, maker fees are the fees that you get charged for making a market, usually placing a limit order. And taker fees are those charged when taking liquidity, usually a market order. Anyways, you can click on Level Up to see a full breakdown of the fees at different tiers. Here you'll see that regular users can go up to level 5, which charges maker and taker fees of 0.06%, and there are even VIP options that charge much, much less. Basically, the more you trade on OKX, the cheaper your fees will be. As you can see here, OKX boasts the lowest spot trading fees, with the platform having the cheapest maker fees out there. It performs just about as well for futures trading fees, matching many of the other exchanges' low maker fees of 0.02%, and being second only to Binance for taker fees. If you want a more comprehensive comparison of OKX to other exchanges in terms of fees, etc., then you can view the numerous posts we have on the Coin Bureau website, linked to below. I'll also remind you that when you sign up to OKX using the Coin Bureau deals page, you'll gain a discount on spot trading fees of 40% for life. Okay, let's assume you've been trading for a little while and have earned yourself a pretty penny or two. The first thing you want to do is take your profits off the exchange. That's because you should never leave your crypto on an exchange. Remember, not your keys, not your crypto. Now, the safest way for you to store your crypto is on your own hardware wallet. And if you're looking to buy yourself a new wallet and take full control of your crypto, the Coin Bureau deals page has some of the best deals there are to offer on your next purchase. Link below. Anyways, withdrawing works very similar to depositing crypto, but in reverse. So, to withdraw your crypto from OKX, hover over the Assets tab at the top of the page and select Withdraw. Then, select the crypto you want to withdraw. OKX will then ask you which withdrawal method you wish to use, so select On-Chain. If you were wondering about the free internal option, this just allows you to move funds from one OKX account to another, not really what we're going for here. Next, you'll want to enter the wallet address that you'll be withdrawing to, and remember to make sure that you're using the correct network. Note that just like depositing funds, you'll be charged a fee for withdrawing them too, with varying amounts depending on the network. Double check that the wallet address you've entered is correct as well, because you can never be too careful. Now, OKX also hosts a range of additional features outside of the core trading functions. One of these is the copy trading section. This page shows you which influencers have the most success, with a leaderboard based on their 90-day profits. Each profile card also shows the win rate percentage, as well as how long that user has been classed as an influencer. Visiting the profile of these influencers gives a more detailed breakdown of their success rate and other statistics, so you can make a more informed decision before copying their trades. Once you're happy you've found your winner, all you need to do is click Copy Now in the top right, enter the amount you want to put down, and the influencer will do the rest. Whenever they make a trade, your account will automatically mimic it with your allocation. That way, you get to trade like a seasoned investor, and in return, they get a small slice of the profits you make. We would, however, use this feature with a pinch of salt. Remember, past performance cannot be used as a predictor of future returns, and you will definitely want to make sure you're doing proper DD on the influencer in question. Anyways, another great feature is the Grow Account section which gives you numerous options to earn passive rewards. To find this, go to Grow and then Earn. Here you'll see options to stake your crypto and earn some impressive yields. Just be aware though, the higher the yield return, the riskier the product. So make sure you've looked into it properly before you choose to commit. If you're a new investor, we would recommend staying away from anything like shark fin or dual investment, which are more exotic products that are outside the scope of this video. One thing you can look at, however, is the Simple Earn page. This simply uses the assets you have on the platform and lends them out to other investors. As you can see here, the rewards for doing this can be quite lucrative. Again though, be mindful of any crazy APRs because they will contain much more risk. Right, as you guys can probably tell, we could go on all day about OKX, but that's probably about enough for one step-by-step review. OKX is a fantastic trading platform that's seen exponential growth in both user activity and functionality, and this video only really scratches the surface of what it has to offer. If you've used many exchanges in the past, you'll know they're often quite clunky and can be difficult to navigate. With OKX, however, everything seems to be laid out in the simplest format. The UI is brilliant, which is why it's one of the favorites for many members of the Coin Bureau team. Everything is exactly where you'd expect it to be, and with the 24-hour customer support on offer, you've no issues getting help if you do become stuck for any reason. What's more, it's one of the cheapest exchanges on the market, with among the lowest fees out there. Now remember, whatever your investment plan may look like, you should always remember to keep a proper trading and risk management strategy in place and stick to it. And once you've made those life-changing gains, you should always prioritize getting your funds away from any exchange and keeping them in cold storage because, I'll say it one more time, not your keys, not your crypto. And that's all for today's video, folks. If you want to learn more about OKX, we'll leave links to a few articles over on the Coin Bureau website that go into the exchange in greater detail. So, if you're now ready to create an OKX account, why not take advantage of that amazing deals link below? Remember, it's an exclusive deal that you won't find anywhere else. And if you found this video useful, why not hit those like and subscribe buttons? It would be greatly appreciated. Okay, folks, that's all for now. So until next time, this is Guy, signing off.